Hello there, and welcome back, you guys. Today we're going to take a look at everything I picked up at the Lego store when I went last night. Everything's kind of jumbled together. I went at like an hour before closing, so I didn't have the best time to kind of pack stuff in, but I got a whole bunch. I actually bought 11 boxes because they had a ton of good stuff. We'll kind of go through and take a look at what I got. About half of this is going to go towards Bricklink, and then the other half is going to go towards mock projects that I have in mind. This box here was the last box I got, and the main reason was I didn't notice these 6x8 plates in medium nougat, so I bought a whole ton of these. This whole box is like that entire row is just those, or it was because this box didn't survive transit, but it was that entire back row was just the plates, and then the front was kind of stuffed with kind of various handfuls of odds and ends. But we got a whole bunch of 6x8 plates. We got, let's grab a handful of this stuff. So we got several different kinds of plant pieces that are going to be in here because they had a lot of good plant pieces today or yesterday when I went. We got these in sand green, and I do apologize for the lighting. I don't have a way to make the lighting better here. We got a bunch of these trans clear panels with the two sides. They had a bunch of that, so I grabbed those because you never know. We got a whole bunch of the modified bricks that are the two plate height that aren't a full brick height. You know what I mean? I grabbed a bunch of them in olive green and medium nougat. And we got a bunch of green cheese slopes. I just kind of threw those in to fill space because you don't want to ever leave space unused when you're buying pick a brick boxes if you don't know how the process works. So got a whole bunch of masonry bricks in dark orange, and then there's a few in I think light bluish gray. It might be dark gray. I can't remember what gray it was, but there was a handful left, and I took pretty much what was left at the end of the day of what they had, which wasn't much. Didn't even fill a full box. So I think that's everything that was in this box. We'll move on to the next one. Just go. I'm gonna just film this raw and do it in one take if I can. Get that out of our way. Oh, while we're at it, I did spend over the limit to get the gift with purchase, which is this kind of Easter thing. I don't think I'm going to keep this at all. I'll probably part it out for Bricklink, so keep an eye on that. Let's see what else we got. Let's see. Get this one open. That's what knives are for. Maybe one-handed. There we go. Set that over there. Let's see what we got in here. So I think this is going to be a full, nope, not a full box. I got one full box of ferns because they restocked their ferns from the last time I went. And these have proved to be very good for Bricklink as well as very good for making trees. So I may keep these ones all for myself because I kind of have an idea for like a woodland area that I'm going to work on. So there's that. Let's see what else we got. Grabbed a bunch of these grill pieces in light bluish gray because they had a bunch of them. I grabbed a bunch of these. These ones are going to go to Bricklink. I don't plan to use these for myself, but I had a bunch of these, and then like the other day, somebody bought all of them. I think I had like 400 or something in Bricklink, and somebody bought all of them. So went ahead, grabbed a couple handfuls of those. Let's see, anything else good in here? Nope. Let's see this side. Let's see, we got more of these pieces here. Not sure what I'm going to do with them yet, but I didn't want to leave them because it's a kind of a unique piece. So I think that's everything in this box. All right, we'll call that one good. Let's see what we got in our third box. Okay. Let's see what we got. I wasn't planning to come back up here this soon, but I kind of had something come up with work, so I had to make a emergency trip up here, and that's why I had to get a hotel room. I normally stay with my aunt, but she wasn't expecting me, so she had other stuff going on, so I wasn't able to stay there. So I had to get a hotel room, but that's fine. That's what we do Bricklink for, to get extra money. Let's see, let's close this one-handed because we're cool like that. Let's see what we got. Oh, maybe I did realize I had those. No, I remember. Okay, so this was not the last box, but this was the box before the last box when I realized these were on the wall still. So that's why I got a couple of those. There's those. We also got a handful of these. There was a lady that was restocking their wall, and she was mentioned that these had been on there for like 2 years, so it was nice and grabbed a handful. Let's see, we got some red of corner pieces, tiles. Let's see, there's some of the medium nougat pieces of the 2 height bricks. And then we got a bunch of plant pieces. Let's see, what else is in this box? Some more of these. So you got to know how to do the bricklink wall, or not bricklink. I know how to do bricklink, but you need to know how to do the pick brick wall. You can't just grab straight boxes of the same thing. You have to kind of mix and match. You can't just have like you could. I think what you can do is you can do one box that's just straight all one thing, but then everything else has to be mixed. Otherwise, they won't sell it to you because they normally won't allow multiple boxes of the exact same thing. So you do have to mix and match and get a bunch of stuff. Which they said is fine. Even though I'm going to buy the same quantity of it, I just have to do it in multiple boxes, which is fine, but it works out. I think that was everything that's in this box. I usually try to keep it to only 3 or 4 items in the box just to make things easier for kind of counting. I usually don't try to have multiple things stacked up in one box. So, have you guys gotten to go over to the Lego store lately? They did a massive restock on their wall like 2 weeks ago. I happened to go the day they were doing it when they put all the fern pieces and then all of the new colors for the the masonry bricks. I happened to be in town when that was happening and I didn't know it, so I got lucky and got a ton of good stuff. Let's see what we got in here. A whole bunch of plant pieces. Let's see here. What do we got? Oh, yeah. I grabbed a bunch of these. These are the neon yellow color, which I have never used in a mock before, but I went ahead and grabbed a bunch because they had a bunch of it on the wall. So I grabbed a bunch of those. There's a handful or two. Actually, I think I grabbed 3 handfuls of the 1x2s, and I think there were some 1x4s as well. What else do we got? We got more plant pieces. More masonry bricks in dark orange. I think that's everything that's in that box. Let's get this one out of the way. And what do we got here? Flip her over. I do apologize. I am holding the camera today just because I didn't bring a tripod with me. So we got more fern pieces in dark green, which is awesome. I grabbed a bunch of these modified plates with the clip on the side. A whole bunch of those. What's in here? That's all that's in here. Yep, I think that's just those 2 items in here. So there's that. Let's go with another box. Alright, well, I got the knife out. I'll just go ahead and cut that one. Oh yeah, that one was giving me trouble in the store. So I had to take some stuff out of this box because they couldn't close it to tape it shut, so I had to take a few things out. But I grabbed a bunch of these plates. They're a relatively new piece, I think. I didn't even look to see if there were both directions, but I think it's only one direction of that plate. Oh, maybe. No. Nope, there we go. Okay, so there's both directions. And then what else do we got? They had a bunch of pieces in the, what is this? This is the medium, or not medium nougat. This is the light nougat. This is normally what they use for like skin tone, for white skin tone. So they had a bunch of bricks and tiles in this color. So I grabbed a few of those. You never know. Got a bunch of those. What else did we get? We got a bunch of these red corrugated panels. They had these again. They didn't have them. They had them the first time I went last time I was up here. And then the second day they didn't have them. There's that. What else do we got in here? Some more of plant pieces and some more of those modified plates with the clip. So that looks like everything that's in that box. Get that one out of the way. Look at this one. Let's see. Got a bunch of 1x5s in dark blue. Grabbed a bunch of those. And what else do we got? We got more. Okay, yeah, we got more of these in medium nougat. Okay, there we go. So we did get a whole bunch. These are all of those masonry bricks in light bluish gray. These are the 1x4 style. I grabbed all that they had left, which was not a lot. I think it was enough to do 3 rows of 19 and then a couple of extras that they had. I was able to fill this box, and then the rest of this is going to be 1x4 panels that are in the trans light blue. So there's a whole bunch of those. I was able to fill that box with those, plus all this stuff. There's that. Move on to the next box. So we got, 4 more boxes to go through. So I hope you guys are enjoying this kind of video. This is just kind of something, raw that I'm doing. I got time today before I have to go to work, so I'm just kind of getting this out, because otherwise I wouldn't be doing a video for a few days. So let's see. Oh, yeah. So these are that light nougat skin tone color tiles. So I got a whole bunch of those. We got some more of the modified bricks in olive green. And what else is in here? Oh, and medium nougat. So I think this is going to be just those 3 items in this box. And a whole ton of them. There's that. Let's see. What else do we got? Okay. There we go. All right. I grabbed a couple of these. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them yet. I was thinking maybe like for ground texture or something like that. They might look good, but they're a little bright. So I don't know. I usually prefer using more realistic colors for terrain. So we got a whole bunch of these in red. I think I showed some of those already, but we got a bunch more of that just because you never know. We had a bunch of the 1x3 rounded plates with holes through them. So we got a couple handfuls of those and a couple handfuls of these slopes in white. That might be everything that's in here. Yeah, so I think it's like that much is the slopes. No, it's probably about half and half. So about half was slopes and the other half was those plates. And then these red pieces thrown on top to fill all the gaps. And these green guys on top of those just because they fit in. And then let's see, we got 2 more to go through. So one of these is going to be just straight orange bricks. I know that. Actually, no, because I threw stuff on top of it, I think. So this is the one I was thinking of. And I know I should have packed that in better. I just didn't have the time because they close. Lego store closes at 9, and I got there at like 7:50. So I only had about an hour to gather stuff up. And it kind of takes some time to get stuff when you're buying in mass quantities like this. So I didn't have the best time to kind of pack stuff in, but I got what I could. And then we'll go on to our last box. But yeah, got more of these red pieces because they fill gaps really good. And you always want to fill your gaps. Some more of those and some more of these plant pieces in sand green. And what do we got in here? Last box. I have no idea what's going to be in here. More plant pieces. Let's see. Oh, there's all the 1x6s in dark gray. I grabbed what they had left of that, which was just enough to fill that part of the box. And then I think there's a couple on the bottom of here. And then that was all that they had left. So I got what was left. A couple of blue 6x8s. And then some 1x4s and medium lavender. Just because, I don't know. I wanted to grab something that was different. Just so I didn't think I was buying 5 total items. There's that. Do we have anything else? There's some more of those plates in there, or bricks in there. And that is the last box. So let me know what you guys think. Was this a good haul? And like I said, about half of this will probably go into Bricklink. It'll probably be a few days before any of this actually gets listed. But I'll have my Bricklink store link down below if you're interested. So keep an eye out, because I do always have new stuff coming into my inventory. I hope you guys enjoyed this raw, unedited look at everything that I picked up at the Lego store. So, as I said, a bunch of this stuff is going to go onto Bricklink. Some of the stuff, like these plates, they're probably not, because I have an idea of what I'm going to do with these. So if you're interested in seeing that mock, make sure you're subscribed with notification bells on. While you're down there, make sure you like the video if you've gotten this far and you haven't clicked off. So like that video. Why not drop a comment too? Let me know that you're at this point in the video. If you are at this point in the video, go ahead and say, let's go with dark orange masonry brick if you're this far in the video. Other than that, I got nothing else for you guys. And for the Halo Mega guys that are still here, I know this is a Lego video, but don't worry. I have a video for tomorrow. I brought that with me. That is from Simon over at the Domain, and it is full of older Halo Mega blocks you guys are going to enjoy. But we're not going to open that today. That's for tomorrow, so stay tuned. All right, you guys. Peace out. I hope you have a good rest of your night, good morning, good afternoon, whatever time of the day it is for you. I hope it's a good one. And peace out.